We're still getting sued.
Oh, no, we got 30 seconds.
Hey, everybody. Welcome out to the National Players Club Garage Pod, the happy 34th birthday Clint edition. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, in honor of birthdays, like we do every year,
These are your old balls.
old balls.
Sweaty balls.
Sweaty balls. Sweaty balls. Here's to you. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Well, at least until December 3rd. So we're jumping into week 11. Or no, we're going to go over week 10's matchups, which actually kind of did a nice flip and a flop throughout both divisions.
Flipping flop.
Flipping. You rumbled and you stumbled.
We'll get to that later.
But, so, where was I? Oh, week 10 matchups. Week 10 matchups. We got Gordo the Quiet Giant joining us tonight. We've got the comic book sheet, Fantasy Geek, Kevin Riley down there with the Emerald City Lanterns. We've got the self-proclaimed fantasy guru.
That's it.
I forgot the good one.
And
And
self-proclaimed fantasy guru.
Aaron Kilgore,
four-time
Super Bowl champ. Yeah. Coach of the East Coast Meat Puppets, and myself, the 4-time playoff. Yeah. Something.
This is fantasy gold right here.
Put this on your calendar.
The wheels on the bus are going to fly off tonight. And
we're hoping.
Is that what you named, like the section 3 of last week's? Which I'm actually glad we got
Yeah,
all the
the wheels on the bus just fell. Yeah. So, yeah, that was the fluff section.
We need to get
A couple of late nights on that, trying to get everything put together. And so, jumping into week 10's matchups, like I said, switch things around. If Aaron is ready, since he's got.
I was going to start with that one. I'm saving that one. I'm saving it like a nice piece of steak.
I know. It's right.
Let's do Gordo here. 138-266 in 4th place at 5-5.
Putting up some monster numbers last week.
Yeah, well, you got, like I said, you're only about 50 points behind, give or take, of Brandon, who's like leading in points.
In points.
So I mean, with 3 weeks left, you know, 8 and 5. 8 and 5 makes a nice little run to the
playoff. Yeah.
Played against DK, completely folded. He didn't have much in the way of
He had to study for a test. That's the news I heard.
He just dropped below John for last place.
Yeah. Demo, come on. I know, and you've even paid.
What is it with the non-pays going up so high? That's just not right.
And coming back around. Philip Rivers, that's something I want to talk to you about today. 31 points. As much as we've been like just
dogging him.
Yeah, with rightfully so, but
rightfully.
Yeah, well, because he's been horrible.
I know.
Yes,
I know.
So
something if he got crazy the rest of the year, I'd love that.
Well, I picked up his deep threat. So I'm kind of hoping Daenerys Alexander here. Had a good week last week. Has showed up last 2 weeks. I don't know where he was before. I don't even know. I mean, was he even on the team? I didn't hear that. He was like,
I didn't notice
they picked him up in the last part of free agency.
I think he was at Home Depot
loading carts,
helping you find the
him and Kurt Warner were bagging groceries somewhere.
Exactly.
So Sam Bradford or Phil Rivers going forward?
It's gonna be Phil Rivers.
But I mean, hey, Bradford put up 20 points, so I mean, I think that goes a long way for our board bet there too. Devin had Hayward Bay put up 22 points. Oakland's wide receivers are showing up. It wouldn't have helped a bit.
Well, Devo had 22 points on his bench from Hayward Bay.
Yeah.
So
Crabtree continues to
fluctuate,
just
EKG
disrupt his bench. You know, but short of that, there really wasn't much to speak of. Brown got you 19 on the bench. I mean, I put him in, but not that he needed him.
And it's actually, I mean, Devo must not have been paying attention because, I mean, he started in Mason Crosby as his kicker, who was obviously on a bye last week.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he also drafted.
I think he was going with Brandon's. I think he was going with Brandon's whole
kicker,
no kicker, win the game thing.
Yeah, didn't work out for him so much.
Yeah.
But hey, still, get your lineup in, still play at least worst case scenario, play for spoilers. Play to beat John. Play to be not in last place.
Exactly.
Okay? Represent the house.
Tony G put up 38.
All right, moving on. We've got let's just get this one out of the way. So I can actually enjoy the rest of my evening. We've got two pump chumps in the Road Rash. Road Rash actually put up 120 points, decent. He's sitting at third spot at 6-4. His loss definitely helped me. He did have Fred Jackson.
It hurt the rest of us, though. I mean, not just in the South, just everybody in it.
Oh, and the thing with it is Brennan's run is not over with.
No, it's not.
Everybody else still pretty much outranks him. We'll just have to see how it goes from there.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier. He's got his tight end back. Not only does that fill that spot for him, but it helps his quarterback. And
apparently, he needed a tight end.
Well,
not going there.
Carson Palmer's putting up 27 points on his bench.
Yeah.
So, actually, if he actually had some money, that'd be some trade bait for him. He needs it, but
he's got some quarterback controversy going on here. I mean, because Breeze has been kind of, consistently in that 20-so points, and Carson Palmer's coming.
At the beginning of the year, he led. He was dead in the water.
But, I mean, projected points-wise, for next week, Carson Palmer is projected to put up more points.
The thing I see with Brandon is you take away, the Saints have a bad game with Breeze and Graham, and he's not winning games anymore because he's literally relying on 3, maybe 4 players to put up those points. The rest of it's just filler, just to have,
Brandon?
A goose egg, not to have a goose egg in his lineup.
No. Well, right now, that means what? 51 points off his defense, 23 points off for Torrey Smith, 25 points off Denarius Thomas, 36 points off Graham. I mean, Breeze scored actually less points than Carson Palmer did, and he still put up 21.
But
so, he's definitely on that. He's over that hill with everyone back and catching momentum at just the right time in the season.
Yeah, B, I wish you would pay because you do have some trade bait there with Carson Palmer. So
Western Union, dude. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
but he's definitely gonna be a threat to YouTube for sure.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
it's gonna be difficult because
Brandon on a roll is just bad news for everyone.
With the momentum he's got right now, you're more of a target via Gordo than Brandon is right now.
Right.
Because the way Brandon's rolling right now, he's more of a shot at trying to knock you out of that third spot or move you down or whatever.
But, sweet baby Jesus, 8-pound baby Jesus, we pray to you that Brandon has a couple of bad weeks here back to back.
A couple of 3 bad weeks.
Well, Brandon's got John next week. And
Yeah.
Mike has Gordo Mania, so that actually is going to be a really hell of a matchup. We'll get into that later, but I mean, that's going to be, I think, one of the slugfests next week. Like I said, Fred Jackson wouldn't have been that 25 points off his bench, wouldn't have helped him anything in the lineup, wouldn't have gotten the win with 181 that he put up. And it's unfortunate because now he's looking at him going, oh, good, I can put him in my starting lineup. Not so much, he's in me. So he's not even playing.
Yep.
Moving on to matchup number 3, we've got Show Me Those TDs and the Naughty Gnomes.
TDs, she was my war horse.
We all took the gnomes this week, though. That's the crazy.
We're like,
oh, it's Erica.
She's been my girl all year long. Trudy, you can come with it.
The first time we don't take her,
yeah,
she brings it.
Yeah, you had arguably one of the strongest teams out there playing hands down the weakest team out there. Numbers wise. So yeah, it was without a doubt the biggest upset of the season.
Yeah, I mean, and Erica left just 20 points on her bench that wouldn't have really helped.
Yeah, and she, like Gordo and Brand, both stacked for points, but the loss actually puts her at 5-5, drops her down to 4th place, moved me up to 2nd. She's over here waiting to hit something in the back of my head.
Let me ask you this: was it cold on the couch?
No, but I was a couple years in that day, so I was talking mad smack. It was.
My phone died. Okay, we saw those text
I
messages.
almost just drove to Arkansas and go, okay, just keep talking.
Jamal
It
Charles
would have been
showed
cheaper.
up finally. She moved Jamal Charles to the bench. They basically have given him 5 carries a game for the last
all
2
season
weeks.
he's been
Puts
showing
him on
up,
the bench.
and then a tough matchup, and it's like,
Then they give him the ball back, and he puts up points. Danny Amendola, 24 points.
Against San Francisco, nonetheless.
Yeah.
So two tough matchups that they even set, like all the other analysts were going, it's probably not a good idea if you got somebody better, go with somebody better. Vic Ballard had a better matchup than Jamal Charles.
Let's talk about the Titans' defense, though.
Yeah, Tree, I think it's about
points.
time for you to drop your homer love for the Lions defense. And as much as I don't want to give you any kind of fantasy advice because you're playing me next week, but 1 point from Lions defense and 30 points from Titans defense.
Yeah.
3 picks, 2 sacks, forced fumble.
There's not a whole lot down there.
49-yard defensive touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean, it was sick. Ray Rice on Eric's bench.
No, Sidney Rice.
Sidney Rice. I'm sorry. I was like, Ray Rice. 20 points on the bench wouldn't help.
Bench beat Eric.
25-87.
I'm sorry, dear.
I don't have a bench.
No, your bench was on a bye last
Yeah,
week.
she had a lot of buys.
Hernandez still having a hold on him.
Yeah, what kind of catch
For
Bernie
sure.
on fire?
I mean, it's
Seriously?
One.
moving on.
Yep, moving on.
What do we got?
Oh, yeah.
What happened to our window? It's an open environment today. We have no windows.
Yeah.
The windows are behind us.
Next, we've got Total Chaos and the Barflies. Total Chaos squeaked out a win at 118 to 113. Squeaked. Well, I say squeaked because basically, here's the fun. If John actually got rid of his homer love for Peyton Manning and put Andy Dalton in,
Sure did.
he would have beaten.
We've talked about this.
Yep.
You
He
know,
would have beaten you, not by much, but it literally would have he would have squeaked out the win. So basically, you're sitting at 7-3 in first place.
That's like on the burn next week. Yay, me.
Yep. Well, yeah, and
that's going to be a
you're in first place 7-3. You got Burn next week. John just finished off at 3-7. He's at 5th place. He is above Devin, but he's got two pump time.
Have another drink.
he's got Chumpalumpa.
Yeah, Chumpalumpa.
He's got chump love.
You got rid of Chicago's Chargers defense, which I was like, okay, just put up 34 points, and you dropped them. You went back and picked up
Ravens.
Baltimore, which we all kind of were like, okay, really aren't on the page anymore. And they showed up, 27 points. They actually did better than your Texans.
By 7 points.
And I just dropped the Chargers.
Are they
For
back?
the Rams of all. And I think I actually might be starting them over my Pats this week.
Exactly.
Who are the Chargers playing this week?
I think like Denver or something like that. I mean, it's
Ooh,
not.
yeah, it's not.
It's not a good matchup because I even looked at that because I needed a defense, and I'm like, hey. I don't feel like that. That's why I picked up Cleveland. I mean,
How much time we got left?
We got about 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
3 minutes.
All right. That minute went by fast. We've got the Annihilators and the Burn. Another completely folding situation. Christine and the Annihilators put up 67 points to fall to 4-6 in the 5th spot.
I told you that. Gordo. We're just looking at it right now.
He was there.
Flacco, 37 points on the bench.
I love this week.
I know.
Yeah, but the thing is, Flacco's been a nightmare. And actually, I still wouldn't start Flacco.
Well, when the run game's going, there ain't no point in playing Flacco.
But I mean, you look, 341 yards, 3 passing touchdowns.
They had no
5
run
runs,
game.
27 yards, 20 yards, 1 pick, and a rushing touchdown. I mean, man.
Pull up Flacco's numbers for the last several weeks.
Okay.
I want to say they've got to be comparable, if not possibly worse, than Phillip Rivers.
20 points, 9, 30, 27, 6, 13, 5, by 12, 37.
That's literally...
So the last 4 games were what?
37,
13, 5, 12, and 37.
Okay, so 13, 5, 12, and a buck. You know, and then he goes from that to 37. I think he reverts back to that 13, 7, 12.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it also depends on their matchup because when they're running Ray Rice,
yeah,
then he's not getting anything. It's kind of like Arian Foster and Schaub. When Arian Foster's on, Schaub does nothing. He does the teens, the low digits. When Arian Foster's not, when a defense is stopping the run, then it goes to the quarterback.
Yeah. Well, she had some difficulty too. She had 2 players that went out last week. She had Fitz on a bye. It was kind of a nightmare setup where she basically started all the players she could possibly start.
Actually,
she was going up against
real quick. I mean, 4 games. Phillip Rivers 5 points, 6 points, 14, 31.
Almost identical.
Yeah,
real close.
Yeah,
almost.
There was a 5 in there. There was other than that 31 and that 37. I mean, you're also looking at under barely double digits on both of them. Steven Jackson put up 23 points for the Burn. Not that she needed them, but she may be getting them into the mix next week. I'm not really sure who she's going out of there for, but yeah, in first place, 7-3. She's got a pretty good standing over.
I literally need
and she's actually playing you
everybody.
So yeah, you need to actually your Cowboys need to show up next week.
Oh, they're playing the Browns. Hopefully.
All right, let's do it. Last
We have a few
matchup. Yeah, we have a few seconds for this one.
Yeah.
Emerald City Lanterns, East Coast Heat Puppets.
all I can say about this, I mean,
Thanks for putting me back in first, Kevin.
This is a situation I've had all year long with Jeremy Macklin. I mean, because he has gone literally how the team is gone, or how Michael Vick has gone, up and down, up and down. Last week, he did Squadouche. You know, this week he shows up. You know, I just have to pick him on the right week that he's going to show up.
Flip a coin.
Yeah. You know, and other than that, Andre Johnson, I mean, I saw that game. It was a terrible game. I mean, the slush, the mud, the yuck. I mean, that's why Arian Foster had the game he had in against Chicago.
I was looking
Well, it
at
was
the
a
numbers,
defense-heavy game anyway.
and just not that this would have happened, but I was looking at the numbers, and if you had actually put Macklin in for Pierre Thomas, we actually would have had our first tie of the season, which would have gone to the bench, which would have beat me 23-16.
Wow.
No,
That would have been ugly.
I was like, all right, well, who do you plug them out from? Like, all right, let's take number 2 out. Let's see the numbers where I'm like, oh, we're tied. Oh, we're going to the bench. Ooh, 23-16.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so that actually makes me with Erica's loss and Mike's loss and my win. That jumps me up to second place at 6-4 and 10 on holding that as long as I can. I've got we've got your girl next week, and you've got DK Comics, so my boy needs to make some adjustments.
He does.
So
hopefully he's in bed right now, not paying attention to us.
that's fine because we're not live. Stick around. We'll be right back with Week 11's matchups. Week 11 already. That leaves 2 weeks of the season.
Yeah, we got
Thursday night's matchups too. Yeah. So, and Gordo's still sitting here quiet as can be. Hold on. We'll be back.